Everyone, welcome back to another episode. The day they have been waiting for is finally here. Jungkook will introduce them to his family. As excited as it sounds, both of them are actually nervous as heck. It wasn't the first time Jungkook introduced his lover to his family, but it will be the first time he will introduce a man as his lover. Never, not even one in his family were in a same gender relationship as far as he could remember it. He will be first to break the record, and it doesn't help him to get himself calm. It doesn't make him less nervous either. JK, are you done? Jungkook asked when he walked inside the room. Taehyung, who is standing in front of the mirror and examining himself, shook his head. Hey, no, I'm not done yet. His eyes slumping, his shoulder down. I think I'm not ready. Not ready too. Jungkook walked towards him and wrapped his arm around his waist, lying his chin in Taehyung's shoulder. JK, you look beautiful, wonderful. He smiles and gives him a gentle peek in his neck. JK, don't worry too much, okay? Taehyung didn't respond. He just placed his hand right at top of Jungkook's veiny hands and smoothly rubs his thumb on it. JK, to be honest, Jungkook started. JK, I am nervous too, but I am more happy than I am finally introducing you to my family. Taehyung, I am happy too. Taehyung smiled, but he didn't meet his eyes. I'm just wondering, what if they will hate me? What if they will try to push me away from you? What if they will kick me out of the company? He have the deep sigh. I'm worrying about a lot of things, Jungkook, and I can't help it. Taekook turned him around to let him face him. He cupped his face with both of his hands and gave him a sniff kiss in his forehead that made Taehyung smile genuinely. Then he looked straight right into his eyes. JK, that's too clingy, Taehyung. Jungkook joked. Thus, he received a nudge from the younger, and both of them cracked. JK, I'm serious. That's the usual thing in dramas, especially something like what if your ex was actually my sister, or our driver actually likes you. Taehyung rolled his eyes at him. JK, or maybe Namjoon will hate you, you know. Stop it, Jungkook. Taehyung laughed, hitting his chest gently. At least it eased him down a little. Jungkook clenched and cupped his face once again with his hand while the other tucks some strand of hair behind his ear. Taehyung leans in, his soft touch he found warm whenever Jungkook does it. JK, but seriously, whatever will happen, I will fight for you. Okay? Taehyung nodded. JK, evidently them separate us no matter what happened. He then gave him a soft kiss on his lips. JK understood. Taehyung smiled widely. Thank you, Jungkook. Jungkook hums in response. JK, so get ready. I will wait for you outside. Okay, said Taehyung. Jungkook lightly ruffled his hair and walked out of the room. Taehyung is left alone in the room. He faces himself once again in the mirror, lightly patting his cheeks. He inhaled deeply and gave the widest smile. JK, you can do it. Taehyung, time to meet your in-laws. But instead of being enthusiastic, he felt nervous once again. Freak, it's my in-laws. I was quiet from their condo to Jungkook's family house. They both sat in silence, Jungkook occasionally holding Taehyung's hand if he will got the chance to warm and calm them both, but their hands are both dead cold. Nervousness never left them until they reached their destination. They were in front of the main gate of the household, and Taehyung couldn't help it but to be left in awe. His jaw dropped, and the magnificence of the building. As Jungkook drove inside when the gates opened up, the gates were a combination of black and golden metal gate. Inside is a white green land with trees in the sidewalk. The way to the main entrance to the house isn't that far too, but it's like a walk in the park. Taehyung had seen the house from the pictures and expected it to be big, but he didn't anticipate it to be an actual mansion. The Jeon's mansion. Taekook finally he fully realized how wealthy is Jungkook compared to him. He is just a middle class citizen and his boyfriend is on the top. He is starting to doubt himself if does he really deserve to be with Jungkook, to be introduced to his family. JK, we are here, said Jungkook, cutting Taehyung's train of thoughts. They stop it right in front of the mansion's porch, where there a set of black and white rattan furniture set that pairs with the mansion's black and white exterior motif. Taehyung looked at Jungkook. He smiled nervously and ended up looking down in his fingers that has been nervously fighting with one another. JK, hey, Jungkook called, placing a finger in Taehyung's chin to tilt his head up to make him look at him. JK, I'm here. I got you, okay? Taehyung smiled and nodded. Thank you, Jungkook. JK, anything for you? He gently rubbed his thumb in his cheek. Let's go, okay? Let's go. I'm ready. Taekook moved out first of the car, quickly running towards the other side of the car to open the door for Taehyung. Jungkook offered his hand. Taehyung willingly took it. He carefully stepped out of the car. He is being conscious as well. They two walk up to the porch street and get greeted by a man in white polo, which Taehyung assumed as a driver since Jungkook gave him his car keys before heading towards the main entrance. Even the doorway is huge that Taehyung felt so tiny, but nothing compared to it when he finally saw the interior of the household. The floor is a clean white marble. In the center of black ceiling is a hanging crystal black candelabra. The main hall consists of a large space with different paintings and decorations, but what tops of all of it is a huge collection of action figures, probably owned by Jungkook. Right in front of the doorway, the first thing that will greet whoever will walk in, the double-edged carpet staircase, and behind it is the way towards the interior. Perhaps Taehyung felt a shiver in his body. He stayed nervous and he didn't let Jungkook's hand go when they stood near the foot of the stairs. His hand is sweating profoundly and he couldn't help it but to grip Jungkook's hand tightly. Hey, Miss Tia, Jungkook greeted the housemaid who just came from one of the hallways behind the stairs. She is a lady in her late 20s. Good morning, sir. She smiled and bowed her head. She then looked at Taehyung and did the same. Taehyung was surprised. He quickly bowed too as a greeting. JK, where is mom and dad? Jungkook asked. They are in the... She was interrupted when they heard her voice. Brother, the two of them looked up to the second floor where there is Hani, Jungkook's younger sister. Taehyung already met Hani before. He is aware at how close the two is, but despite of meeting her before, he still looks at her and now. If Jungkook is a living Greek god, then Hani is the definition of a living goddess, especially now that she is wearing a sleeveless white casual dress, an enchanting lady walking the icy land of earth. She walked down in the stairs with a welcoming smile and in her is a small brown Jungkook's boy, Bam. Hey, honey, Jungkook greeted and Taehyung smiled at her. She walked towards them and put Bam down, who quickly ran away. Much to their surprise, she walked past Jungkook and gave Taehyung a hug. Oh, Taehyung clenched. Hi, honey. She pulled away and smiled finally. Honey said excitedly. He smiled back finally. Yeah. It sounded like he wasn't excited at all. Honey was about to interrogate him further, and Jungkook is aware of how it will make Taehyung uncomfortable and more nervous, so he wrapped his arm around Taehyung's waist and held at her before turning to the housemaid, Miss Tia. Jungkook called and almost forgetting lady standing near them. Will you? Dia nodded and pointed the way with her arms. The four of them, with Dia leading the way, walked towards one of the doorways that leads to the mansion's living room. Taehyung couldn't stop worrying about everything. His eyes wandered around the hallway as they walked through it. A few more moments and he will be facing the Jeon's manor, and it will be a moment of truth. He felt Jungkook squeezing his hand. He looks at him, but he only saw Jungkook's nervous face. Just like him, beads of sweat were forming in his forehead. That doesn't help at all, ma'am's answer. They are here, Leah said before she excused herself. Behind her was Taehyung, who quickly froze in position. His whole body stiffened when he saw the two Jeon looking at their way. He is aware of what is bound to happen, but the sudden attention catches him off guard. Mom, Dad, Honey said, smiling. She walked towards them first and gave them both a peek in their cheek before sitting beside her mom in the leather sofa and snuggling into her like a young child. Hi, Mom, Jungkook said, trying to smile, but the corner of his lips just twitched. Hi, Dad. And then he gulped. You had arrived, Jungkook's mom said. Her eyes darted to Taehyung, and to his surprise, she beamed at him with a very welcoming, warm smile, and so he smiled back at her, but only a little. Yes, Jungkook said, still nervous. Taehyung felt another excuse in his hand from Jungkook. Mom, Dad. Jungkook looked at him and tried to smile once again, gladly. This time he made it, and the simple gesture made Taehyung a little at ease. This is Taehyung. He looked back at his parents, inhaling deeply. My boyfriend. Taehyung pulled out his best smile he could ever do. Good day, ma'am, sir, he said before going down a little to pay respect to them. Mom stood up from her seat and walked towards the both of them. Jungkook did not expect it when she gave Taehyung a welcoming hug, and so does Taehyung. Hello, dear, she said softly. Taehyung hugged her back gently. That simple thing put an easy in the two of them. Jungkook exhaled in comfort. But when the hug ended, Jungkook's eyes darted to his dad. The comfort he had earlier was vanished in the thin air when he saw him with his brows frowned, and there is no other emotion to be seen, just that he didn't even speak or anything. He looked at Honey, and Honey gave him a shrug and a smile that reassuring him it will be all right. So, Mom started gaining the attention of everyone in the dining table. She looked at Taehyung with a sweet smile, while under the table Jungkook never let go his hand. He kept on squeezing it to assure him that Jungkook is just right beside him. You are working in our company, right? She asked. He gulped down the food he was chewing and pulled out his smiled. Yes, ma'am, I'm working, please. Can you call me mom? She said gently. That meant the two of them easy out of a bed. Does that mean she accepts us already? Taehyung asked in his own head, but quickly shook off the idea and snapped back to reality. Yes, sorry. He paused for a second, mom. Then he clenched softly. He is promoted to regular now, mom. It was Jungkook who continued his. She nodded a response. How about your family? She asked again his, but mom stopped him. Let him speak, dear boy. Then prompted in his seat, looking at Jungkook as if he's saying he will be fine. My parents have a business, he started, and mom just made an oh sound. It's not like your business though. See, he slightly clenched. Continue. It's a noodle shop near in our house, he continued. I love noodles, she exclaimed excitedly. Really? My dad is a great cook. Maybe soon I can invite you over. The drift of the topic made them comfortable in answering all her questions. They are talking like they have known each other for a long time. The two are smiling as they talk. She keeps on asking and he keeps on answering. Jungkook was glad and so does Honey. They didn't even realize that they are about to finish dinner and there is still talking. Jungkook usually answers if it's something related to him and Mom will acknowledge his answer. Honey starts to joke around him, making the atmosphere more comfortable for them. But there is one thing that still makes Jungkook worried: his dad. Since they started eating lunch, he never spoke. Mom didn't even bother to nudge him too. He is just sitting quietly eating while the rest of them having a wonderful conversation. I'm done. The four of them stopped when Dad finally spoke, only to notify them. He stood up without other words and walked out of the dining area. Dad. Jungkook quickly stood up about to follow his dad, but Mom quickly grabbed his hand to stop him. She shook her head, smiling at him to sit back down. Jungkook couldn't help it but to frown in worry. He looked at Taehyung just like Mom. He gave him a smile, so he sat back down. Are you guys done? Mom asked, trying to get back the comforting atmosphere. Nodded, yes, thank you for the meal. The siblings ate the same. Jungkook, Mom called. Why wouldn't you bring Taehyung to our room or show him around the house? Jungkook smiled, but not like us. So, Mom, thanks. He stood up, looked at the younger before handing his hand to him. Let's go. Taehyung nodded. The two has been roaming around the house. Jungkook showed them the whole mansion after they had some short rest in his room. From the wine cellar in the basement to the halls where he figures collection of in display to the music room up to the mini library in the attic. Taehyung was amazed. He never thought that his boyfriend is as rich as he felt a bit foolish though he knows the fact that Jungkook is a CEO of a big company, yet he still didn't expect this. For a moment, the two of them felt lost in their own world without worries, and just the two of them walking and talking. Jungkook tells him all the stories of his whenever they saw a photograph display. Taehyung will ask about the whereabouts of some things and Jungkook is answering them all willingly. Where are we going? Taehyung asked, looking at the man beside him. Jungkook smiled and pointed up their hands that has been tangled together since they left the house. To the place where you belong. He frowned but smiled back in confusion. What do you mean? To the garden. Jungkook softly clenched and kissed the back of his palm. My sunflower? and felt the heat crept in his face. In the second, his face is now burning in red. Instead of responding, he looked away, trying to hide his blush. Oh no, Jungkook said. That made him quickly turn his head towards him. What? Hey, but why? He asked worriedly. But Jungkook looked at him straight in his eyes, glistening through the beam of the sunlight. You are turning red. You are turning into a rose. He clenched. It didn't help though. Taehyung just became more flustered. Slowly, Jungkook clenched, toned down, and Taehyung's cheek started to come back to its color. They walked in until they reached the white marble bench in the center of the garden. They said. Jungkook leaned his head on Taehyung's shoulder as he softly hummed while Taehyung just played with his hair. It's just the breeze of the cold air, and Jungkook's arms surrounded them. It was calming. It was nice. They feel good as if they are not about to face Jungkook's parents again later. Whenever it's just the two of them, they got lost in their bubble. Expect the silence, can't help it at the moment, but it made them think about it more. Jungkook is softly called. Jungkook asked, not moving his head away from him. Do you think your dad will accept us? Jungkook didn't answer. What will happen if you wouldn't? I mean, you are his eldest son and the heir of all his fortune. What will you do? Still no answer from Jungkook. Will you leave me if he wouldn't accept us? Finally, Jungkook sat up straight and faced the young girl, just like Taehyung. Worry pools in his eyes. If he started, his hand finding in place at the top of Taehyung's hand. If Dad wouldn't accept us, I wouldn't leave you. He smiles, but I wouldn't leave them either. They are my family. You are my family. If they can't accept me for who I am, then they have to deal with me until they give up. As he said, you said I'm his son, unless he is willing to have the name of a man who abandoned his son because he is with another man. Was it now? His heart beats twice as hard. We will fight who hates us or who can't accept us until their own words. Jungkook added, the best way to have them on their side is to show them what we are made of. So don't be afraid, Taehyung. Jungkook gently tied Taehyung's chin up and he dives for a soft kiss in the chestnut lips. Don't be afraid, you got me. He will accept us. Eventually, they two laughed with their foreheads touching each other. The softness of the air hangs them, and just like a blooming flower, they felt in comfort. Not until someone, excuse me, sir, it was there. Suddenly, the two felt shy, sitting straight in the bench and looking away as if they are a deer that has been caged in the headlights. Yes, Jungkook asked, trying his best to act like he is not getting shy at all. Mother calls you, she said. They are beside the pool area for the afternoon tea. Right, Jungkook nodded. Thank you, we will be there. Dia took a bow and head back to her way to the men's house. Look at Taehyung, who is now back in, getting worried and probably crushing in his mind. To be continued. More episode left. What do you think? Will their parents accept them or not? We will get to know all this in the next episode, and that is the last episode. Hope you will enjoy it. Bye bye.